Here at NextLab, working amongst all this technology, we try not to lose sight of the fact that people are our most valuable resource. And speaking of human capital, I'm looking to hire a new researcher today. Her name is Anna, and she's an MIT alumna. MIT students are pretty safe investments. They are the best innovators an industry partner could sponsor, having proven themselves repeatedly in terms of tenacity, leadership, and above all, ingenuity. Their out-of-the-box thinking has provided the backbone for NextLab projects all around the world. This makes Anna an ideal prospect for our team. In fact, I'm meeting her right now for a final conversation before she makes her decision. Hi Anna, come in.
Hi Jonathan, I hope I'm not too early.
Not at all, you're right on time. So Anna, we have already spoken several times and the job is yours if you want it. I'm sure you have questions for me before you make your final decision, but I do believe you will make a great fit here. The key factor is your MIT education. Here, you were taught to think outside traditional paradigms.
Thanks for all the faith in my MIT hone skills, Jonathan. So MIT students are a key part of the NextLab equation, right?
Absolutely. It's not just creative thinking that we need, but the ability to work with others, from leadership all the way to software development. MIT students are made to work in teams early in their coursework. So by the time they graduate, leading group efforts is basically a way of life for them. The NextLab process builds upon this foundation.
So these collaborations are international, right? That's one aspect of the group that attracts me. But I wonder, do we actually get to tackle real-world problems in these countries? I'm more of a practical person.
NextLab is all about addressing real-world problems. And this brings us right back to the MIT ethos. A lot of students come from developing countries. They are attuned to the concerns of their nations of origins, just as you clearly are. This too is important for NextLab, to tackle real-world issues with a proper, hands-on approach.
Could you give me some examples of what NextLab has done to those ends?
Sure. Take, for example, the Cloud Maestro project. It provides a web-based platform that third-party entrepreneurs can use to develop their own mobile application. This scalable server dramatically cuts the time needed for developers to develop their own services.
Oh, I can see that.
So basically, it provides a platform from which problem solvers can launch mobile applications geared towards particular issues all over the world.
It sounds like a great example of that MIT Ingenuity you're talking about. So what specific applications has Cloud Maestro given rise to?
Now that you mention it, 2 projects built through Cloud Maestro just got deployment grants from NextLab. The first is mobile marketing, an application that allows rail couriers to serve as traveling business agents, giving consumers access to better products and more affordable payments.
Oh wow, that's great.
The other project is Tracking, a mobile app that allows couriers and consumers to track packages with their mobile phones, drastically cutting costs for both. These projects represent big steps forward for mobile logistics, solving problems that have plagued distributors and consumers for a long time.
But are these apps being deployed in the field? The innovation is clearly there, but implementation is a whole other issue for projects like this.
That's where deployment grants come in. The mobile marketing team, for example, they are using their grant to deploy their prototype on-site as we speak, based on the input of our current industry partner, as well as from our local field researchers.
You weren't kidding about the students being on the ball with all of this stuff. And from what I've heard, I would be happy to add my MIT expertise to the mix, so you can count me in.
I'm very glad to hear that, Anna. Welcome to the team.
Oh, cool.
I look forward to working with you.
Thanks again, Jonathan. Can't wait to get started.
MIT students like Anna will remain the driving force behind NextLab. Our industry partners need to be able to work with talented innovators. Conversely, talent cannot forge ahead without industry support. At NextLab, we work to bring the two together for the benefit of all. Industry sponsorship enables students to launch their projects into the real world. Come take this opportunity to build the future together with us.